My grandpa almost died because of a Christmas tradition. In my family, we had one tradition we never skipped. The oldest person in the family had to dress up as Santa Claus and hand out the gifts. It started decades ago when my mom's grandpa came up with the idea. The old fireplace in our living room became part of the act, and every Christmas felt magical because of it. But this year was different. My mom's dad, who had worn the red suit and fake beard for years, passed away in the spring. Everyone figured the tradition would die with him. Mom even said it wouldn't feel right to keep it going since it was his passion and his idea. None of us grandkids argued. It felt more respectful to just let it go. Except my other grandpa, my dad's dad, my mom's father-in-law, had different plans. He was 3 years younger than the other grandpa and decided he should take the torch. Only thing is, he never told anyone. He wanted it to be a surprise. Christmas Eve came. The house was packed. Aunts, uncles, cousins. The table was loaded with food, the tree was glowing, and the kids were bouncing off the walls waiting for presents. The only person missing was Grandpa. His phone was off, but that wasn't unusual. He was always late. Dad just kept saying, "Relax, he'll show up." Then, right as we were exchanging Christmas wishes, Dad glanced out the living room window and froze. "Someone's climbing on the roof," he shouted. We all ran to the glass. Sure enough, in the dark, we could see a figure with a ladder making their way up onto the roof. A burglar. One of my aunts yelled, "Christmas Eve is when people let their guard down." There was no time to think. Dad bolted outside, grabbed the ladder, and shoved. The figure toppled off the roof and hit the ground hard. Maybe a 12-foot fall. Not super high, but the guy's head cracked right against the concrete. We all rushed outside as my parents flipped on the porch lights. And that's when we saw him. A man sprawled out on the ground, unconscious, in a Santa suit. Dad just whispered, "What the hell?" We pulled off the mask and froze. It was my grandpa, my dad's dad, the very same guy we'd been waiting for at the table. Oh my God, my mom gasped, hands on her head. He was trying to come down the chimney. It clicked for everyone instantly. No one had ever actually climbed the roof for this tradition. But Grandpa clearly wanted to go big, to do a wow entrance by dropping presents down the chimney like the real Santa Claus. Only his plan had gone horribly wrong. He was lying there out cold, and Dad was already calling 911. The rest of us stood in a circle, terrified, wondering if he was even breathing. Then suddenly he twitched, coughed, and opened his eyes. We all exhaled in relief, but then he looked around with this dazed expression and said, "Who are you people? What am I doing here?" And that's when the real problem started. Full stories on the channel, link below.